Hello students, your today's chapter is Evolution of Computers, in which you will learn about early counting tools. In ancient times, people have invented tools for calculation. What early man was doing, they tied knots in a rope and carved marks on clay to keep the records. They also used to count with the help of fingers, toes, pebbles, stones, sticks and bones. Now let's learn about the first calculating device. Its name was abacus. The first step towards computing, or you can say calculations, was the invention of abacus. It was around 3000 years ago in China. You can see it is a wooden frame with beads on parallel wires which can do simple calculations only like addition and subtraction. This device is used to calculate numbers at a fast speed. You all must have seen this abacus. Now we have Pascaline adding machine. In 1642, Blaise Pascal invented this machine. The numbers were fed into the machine by dialing them on the wheels. This device is believed to be the first mechanical calculator of the world. Means it was the first machine that we have used for calculations, and it was capable of performing only addition and subtraction, not multiplication and division. So that led to the invention of another device. Its name was Leibniz step reckoner. In 1672, a mathematician, Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, invented the digital mechanical calculator called step reckoner. It was the first calculator, you can see on the screen, that could perform all four arithmetic operations or mathematical operations, that were addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. After this, Charles Babbage analytical engine came into the market. In 1822, a mathematician, his name was Charles Babbage, developed a steam-driven calculating machine, which means they produced heat to do the calculations. That was the size of a room, which he called the difference engine. But even after working on this project for 10 years, this machine never became a reality. But in 1833, he invented a machine and its name was analytical engine. It was the first ever working model of mechanical computer. You can say it is a fully programmed, controlled machine. This is why Charles Babbage is known as the father of computer, because he invented on which our today's computer are working. He invented the principle of that is IPO. Lady Ada Lovelace's programs. The instructions given to Babbage's analytical engine were in the form of zeros and ones. As we all know that computer understands only the language of zeros and ones, and the first person who introduced the concept of programming IPO, that was Lady Ada Lovelace. Since she was the first to introduce the concept of programming, she is known as the first computer programmer. Now let's learn about Hermann Hollerith tabulating machine. Hermann Hollerith, he was an army engineer. He built a machine. Its name was tabulating machine in 1890. This machine read and scored data from punched cards. There were punched cards on that. After the success of this machine, Hollerith formed a computing, tabulating, recording company to sell his machine. Later in 1924, his company became a part of International Business Machine, or you can say IBM. This machine also could perform all the calculations using the punched cards. Now let's learn about the generation of computers. Like you have generations at home, same way we have generation of computers. After these early calculating machines, the present generations. First first generation was 1940 to 1955. There were many computers that were a part of first generation computers. First one was Mark 1. We can call it the first electromechanical powered computer, which was first electronic mechanical computer, you can say. In 1944, Howard Aikens built the first electromechanical computer and its name was Mark 1. It used punch cards and a typewriter for input and output. It was much more reliable than early computers because it was first electromechanical computer in first generation. ENIAC was there. Its full form is Electronic Numeric Integrator and Computer. It was the first general purpose digital computer and it was built in the year 1946 by John Mauchly and Prosper Eckert. It contained over 18,000 vacuum tubes and was 1,000 times faster than Mark 1. ENIAC consumed almost 200 kilowatts of power. Actually, it was the first electronic computer which was generating a lot of heat. Then we have UNIVAC. Its full form is Universal Automatic Computer. It was the another successful invention of John Mauchly and Prosper Eckert in 1951. It could handle both numeric and textual information. In first generation computer, the UNIVAC had 5200 vacuum tubes. You can see the pictures of vacuum tubes. These computers were huge in size. They were very expensive and made up of vacuum tubes. Now come to second generation, which was from 1956 to 1964. After 1955, use of transistors and magnetic tapes changed the image of the electronic computer. Now there were no vacuum tubes. We were using transistors and magnetic tapes. During this period, the major computer manufacturers began to offer a range of accessories such as page printers, CRT display, card feeders, etc. CRT means you can see the black and white screens that you can see. Second generation 1956 to 64. Features of this generation were they were made up of transistors. We have used magnetic tapes and they were small in size and less expensive than the first generation of computer and obviously much faster and reliable. Third generation computer were from 1965 to 1975. In third generation, the invention of integrated circuits done and it led to the smaller sized computers with better functioning and more storage. Now no vacuum tubes, no transistors. In third generation, these computers were made up of ICs. The use of ICs reduced the size of your computers and increase the speed also. They were more affordable and dependable. Now we will learn about fourth generation, which was from 1976 to 85. In 1980s, very large scale integration means VLSI came into the market, in which thousands of transistors were placed on a single chip called microprocessor. Microprocessor basically is the brain of computer. IBM released their first line of desktop PC. It was used by the Intel 8088 chip as their CPU. In 1983, IBM introduced the PC XT, which had more memory and more hard drive space. In 1985, Microsoft released the first version of Microsoft Windows. So in fourth generation, we were introduced to Microsoft Windows. Its features are VLSI called microprocessor invented, small in size and could be placed on an office table, hard disk to store data, and introduction of GUI operating system, which means graphical user interface, was introduced. Now we are on fifth generation 1986 to present. After 1986, VLSI technology was used to develop more powerful microprocessors to improve the speed, size, cost and performance of computers. In 1997, Intel introduced the MMX microprocessors, which were designed to improve game and multimedia performances. Scientists are still trying to develop computers with AI, or you can say artificial intelligence, which means computer is also going to take decisions like robots. Children, when we talk about artificial intelligence, that means computers are going to respond natural language and going to take decisions. I hope students this chapter is clear to you now. Thank you so much.